pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to the Vlog-A-Thon 4.0. And the Vlog-A-Thon 4.0, while it is in fact a pretty big endeavor for me, 58 vlogs over the span of around 5 days, it certainly is good enough by my pictures, but in any way you could probably look at it as something that seems like a crazy idea, but you know what? There's just so much I have to say here. Basically, putting a gigantic sort of vlog together, one that could be hours in length, just might not be the best way to go. So that's kind of why I've got this little series going on here, but that's pretty much far beyond the point. The point is, there's still quite a bit here that I will want to talk about. So let's just get to it. GWK, wow. Where do I begin? Something that started in February 2017 and since then has grown to become the biggest series that I have so far on the channel. Way bigger than Nerf Secrets Revealed, way bigger than Hot Wheels Hilarity, way bigger than, well, the still ongoing Honest J Nowak, which is also a pretty good series of mine that I got. Even bigger than Why's That, and the many other things that I've already done as well. Milestone challenges, unofficial podiatry, and many more. Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo currently does have itself more than 1,200 episodes in the mainline series alone, nearing 1,300. But when it comes to Season 6, that's pretty much the time when it might actually happen. I'll be able to proceed through 1,300 episodes in the mainline series of GWK itself. But, of course, the mainline series, while it has been around since the very beginning, albeit with the first couple of seasons having been cut off because of, well, pressing concerns and the like from my peers. But don't worry. When GWK Recollected comes out, that's basically the closest we'll get to reviving those two lost seasons from 2017. But of course, aside from that, there are in fact a lot of different sub-series and expansions that are being put together right now. Of course, we're very familiar with Face Cam Specials Insurgents, which is basically just that. It's a special series that I got going on in which I have gameplay set up, but I have my own reactions put into them in the form of a face cam. This camera right here, as a matter of fact, just does that, specifically for that purpose. Then, of course, there were the 2-hour specials, which I no longer have right now, but I guess after some consideration, I might try to bring them back after some time, but I guess it's undetermined right now. And then, of course, there was the GWK Super 8 montage, which was simply put an 8-hour-long GWK special showcasing 8 different titles. And in all honesties, there's probably going to be a lot more where those came from. Because simply put, GWK seems to never stop expanding. Of course, there were also a few other ideas that I've taken into play as well. There's GWK Leftovers, which is going to consist of 189 episodes worth of leftover footage from most of the games that I've played. And then eventually, because of how many new games that I've been picking up and playing and then, well, profiting from them after my process of buying a game off Amazon, playing through it as much as I can, then shipping them back, then getting the refund money on them, well, that process is still working out pretty well because, of course, if it weren't for that process, I would not have been able to spend some of my money from those profits on some of the things that I've been trying to save up for some time now. But I guess I just can't really take my life savings out on something like a new tripod or another pair of boots or something of the sorts. But regardless of all that though, GWK has itself a pretty big share of different sub-series and the like. But you know what though? Like I've said before, there have been a lot of new titles that I've played so far throughout the last 3 months or so. So much new titles that I have not included in GWK itself, be it the mainline series or Leftovers or Face Cam Specials Insurgents or something else of the sorts. So you know what? In a little while, you'll get to know exactly something else that I have in the works. Because I've been playing a lot of new titles. I've been playing titles like Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen, Jump Force, Transformers Battlegrounds, Terminator Resistance, Metal Gear Solid 5, Need for Speed Payback, and dozens more. I mean, I'm getting so much better at this process that I have, which I buy lots of games, then have them sent back, get refunded money, and then of course, use this money to pay for some things that I indeed am trying to save up for. Which is indeed a pretty good process, mind you that. But nonetheless, stay tuned. Because pretty soon you'll get to know a big surprise that I have in store. Coming soon on the Vlog-A-Thon 4.0. But until then, I'm Jay Nowak, and this has been, well, this little part on Kaiju Force Neo where the Vlog-A-Thon is coming back for some time. And if you want to see more, go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.